Hi, George calling?
Hi.
Hi.
Wait, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well. I'm going to turn you up, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you say something else?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's definitely better.
Okay. All right, so as long as I have the right number, let's begin and see who comes to visit.
Okay.
And away we go. Well, immediately a male presence comes forward. Actually, it looks like there's two more as well. And there's two females showing up. Well, beginning as they did, a male came forward, so I take it you understand?
Well, yes, I think so.
Yeah, I was going to just say to you, yeah, you're right. You're doing the smart thing. Just say yes so they hear your voice. They know they hooked in because we don't know who it is yet, but this will help build it.
Okay, so I'm sorry. If I talk, that person can hear me?
Oh, yeah. I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Okay, so as I said, so a male presence comes forward initially, and, you know, like you thought, it has to be somebody, so it's good that you just said yes. And this way they hear your voice, and it starts to build. This I'm not sure about, but don't explain anything. One male comes as the younger one, understood?
Okay.
But the thing, well, it's okay to guess.
Wait, I'm so sorry. One more time?
One male, there's talk about one of the males being the younger one, understood?
Okay.
And that means yes?
Yes, that means yes.
Okay. Because, and I didn't tell you, in my point of view, anybody who passes on less than 70, I consider young by today's standards.
Oh, okay.
And my challenge to that is I have an aunt who turned 91 last week.
Uh-huh.
So I don't want people saying I'm stretching it too much because...
91 is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and she's still going. Obviously has a longevity gene I see in the family. But, no, like, I'm 60. If I pass at 60, I'm going to consider that young.
Okay, we will too.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I don't care what anybody says. But so this male definitely gives me that somebody was talking about the younger one. I'm assuming that's what they mean, because they can mean other things besides just that.
Okay.
For the moment, I'll just leave it with you that that's what they mean.
Okay.
Now, one of the males does come in a father manner, understood?
In a father manner?
Yeah, now that doesn't mean dad.
Okay.
Father manner can mean that, but I have to wait until they explain. But to be honest with you, this male really doesn't seem to be a dad. Seems to be, I mean, more like a granddad.
Like a grandfather? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think one of your granddads has passed, and this one coming through. The fact that there's emphasis, without explaining anything, the fact that there's emphasis on father, possibly the paternal side, I would speculate.
Okay.
But for the moment, I'm going to say that and just leave it with you because I don't know for sure, but I'm just speculating that because of the emphasis on father.
Okay.
There's also talk of loss of a child, understood?
No.
They say yes, but they state before birth.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Could have been your mom, whatever.
Okay.
I'm just throwing out possibilities. But the thing is, they did speak about a loss of a child, but they claim before birth. So apparently the soul must be there where somebody didn't make it to the finish line.
Okay.
And it's funny, they emphasize it again. I wonder if I misunderstood something. But, well, that's what I'm going to say for the time being and keep moving.
Okay.
Also. There is also a female presence coming as a grandmother.
Okay.
I'm sure her grandmother's passed. She does seem to specify, or at least gives me the impression one you might have known better.
Okay, yes.
Because the one that's coming forward gives me that impression that she knew you better, you knew her better, whatever the story is. There was one that obviously you had more contact with.
Yes.
Somewhat frequently as such that she comes because she also specifies being around very much like as a guardian angel. So she's there. Also, I just want to make sure I didn't mistake her, but also a woman coming in a motherly manner, understood?
Yes.
Wait a second, because I'm a little mixed up, because I'm trying to figure out, could it be... No, one lady does come as mom, yes?
Okay, yes.
The real McCoy.
Yes.
That would mean the actual mom.
Yes.
Okay, because that's what I want to make sure. Now, also, at the time, what confused me is there was talk of a grandmother, again, that maternal side. So without telling me anything, either this grandmother is the mom's mom, the one you knew better, or it just so happens that it's her. It's on the maternal side, because then your mom was brought up.
Yes, that's correct.
This is your mom, though, yes?
Yes.
Okay, because if she's coming, I mean, I have to assume that because you're at the other end of the phone, but she's coming as the real McCoy. That would mean the actual mother to me.
Okay, yes.
So apparently, her and her folks have passed also, yes?
Yes.
All right, so apparently she's coming forward with her own folks, and there's the other grandfather. It seems like all the grandparents are there, understood?
Yes.
Yeah, because the thing is, there's talk about your father's parents and so forth, and now, that could be where I misunderstood. Your mother called Dad again, but your dad is still here?
Yes.
On the earth?
Yes.
That's why I'm glad I didn't pay attention, because she must have been coming through and was calling to him. And because I was about ready to start to think your dad had passed, and somebody said, no, you're doing it wrong. So I backed off from it. But apparently your mother calling to your dad and family, and she states that he's here. So without telling me anything, I'm assuming somewhere on the planet.
Yes.
And so she calls out also. Now, there is a young feeling with your mom, so let me just say this, without telling me anything. Either she passed over young by today's standards, as I would see it, or, there's just that young at heart disposition or such.
Yes.
Because I definitely, she could have been, like my aunt, I told her 91 last week, but she's very young at heart. So I would, it's like that type of feeling.
Okay.
But again, if she was less than 70, I definitely would consider her young. So you don't have to tell me.
Yes.
They come to you, you know what they're talking about. As long as you get it, that's all that matters to them. Doesn't matter whether I get it or not. I'm just the instrument. So.
Okay.
Same thing. Leave it with you.
Okay.
Now, your mom did reach out closely to your dad. Understood?
Yes.
And let me say, at least from over there, she did reach out, because I cut that part out. From over there, she reaches out to him closely.
Okay.
I don't know what their relationship was, but I will tell you that. From over there, she does reach out closely.
Okay.
I'm sure like anybody, they had their ups and downs, but the thing is, from over there, she does reach out closely. She also tells me she knew she was going to pass on, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, because she doesn't seem too surprised at where she's at. Certainly did bless you for being good to her prior to her passing, so in whatever way.
Okay.
There's also talk of loss of a brother.
Yes.
But because I heard that earlier, and I remember I kind of was distracted from it, and now it's coming back again. How it connects to you, I don't know, and don't say, whatever you do. But there's a male presence that was here earlier and has come back again because seems to know your mom.
Yes.
And there's talk of the two of them being together over there.
Yes.
Now, I'm also wondering if, without telling me anything, don't help me, let them do it. I'll just feel better. If this brother could have also been where, even though there was a loss before birth, told me earlier it seemed like I was screwing something up. So let me speculate that there's a good possibility this brother could have also been the reason I was hearing about the loss of a child.
Yes.
I remember at the time when I heard it, somebody said something about brother, that the message would go both ways, both the loss before birth and an actual one. So, even though he might not have been 5 years old at the time. But in any case, however he connects, he's definitely coming as a brother without telling anything. And he does state that him and your mom are together over there.
Okay.
And, whose brother is it, I don't know yet, don't say. But the thing is, definitely him and your mom together. Now, of course, if his folks are there with him, well, naturally, they would refer to him as a child or the son that passed on, as was heard earlier. But the thing is, I'll just leave that go, that the two of them together, because he certainly does call out to you as well. And just to cover my tracks, again, without telling me anything, with this brother, if, like, a parent is still on the earth, that's another reason I'll get the loss of a child, that sort of thing. But I'm just going to say what they tell me and not put in what I think. I'm just trying to cover all bases of possibilities. But the thing is, as is stated, him and your mom together. Also, now your mother stated she was walking fine and back to her old self. Understood?
Yes.
Because, I don't think she, without telling me anything, I don't think she was crippled, but I just felt like my balance was off kilter.
Yes.
So, probably because she talked about, in essence, starting to progressively lose her independence.
Yes.
Which I can't say I blame. I'm not in your shoes, but, as she said, you start to lose your initiative to stick around.
Okay.
Once, she started, she gives me the impression she certainly would not want to be a bird to herself or anybody else.
Yes.
Can't say I blame her. But the thing is, now that she states she's walking fine and back to her old self, all of what transpired, as she puts it, is water under the bridge, and, she's all right and in a happy place.
Yes.
Yeah, again, she says she knew she was going to pass on in spite of, without telling me whatever she felt about what happens when you pass away. That's her message as of now.
Okay.
Now, see, this is what's confusing me, and of course you can't explain anything, but there again is the talk of loss of a brother.
Yes.
I think I got more than one person, though, because somebody also is talking about loss of a brother and then claims he's an uncle. So I'd have to speculate one of your folks lost a brother or brother-in-law.
Yes.
As well. But there is an actual brother, yes. Understood?
Yes.
Yeah, because somebody keeps coming to you as a brother, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I've got two males here who are both sending out the same signal. One claims he's a brother, and then he stated he was an uncle. I'm assuming he means to you, without helping me.
Yes.
And, again, brother-in-law to one of your parents.
Yes.
All right, because he states, but, see, that's what's bothering me. Somebody keeps saying he's the actual brother, which makes me kind of think that you lost a brother also.
Yes.
Okay? Because I must have two. There must be two males here. The one's identified as an uncle. The other one keeps stating he's a brother. Then he stated he was the actual brother. I have to assume that you lost a brother also.
Yes.
Because he also keeps bringing me back to the beginning of the session when there was talk of loss of a child. Yes, before birth, but an actual loss as well. And your dad's still on the earth, that would justify somebody saying, I'm the son, I'm the child passed on because the parents are still here.
Yes.
Does come very close to you, yes?
Yes.
At least from over there, again, don't say anything, I don't know what your relationship was, but certainly from over there, I will say he does come very close to you.
Yes.
And he definitely passed young, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't say how old, but certainly younger than me, as he's telling me,
Yes.
in a rather joking manner. He said, oh, he's a lot younger than you. So I'm like, well, that's fine, as long as you're right.
Okay.
Now, he speaks of, definitely thus far, he certainly seems to have a nice personality, understood?
Yes.
You know, he kind of cracks me up.
Yes.
The way he said to me, oh, I was a lot younger than you, like, haha, making fun of me, because of the fact, I'm 60, and I said, that's all right, as long as you're right, that's all I care about. Now, he speaks of tragic passing, yes?
Yes.
Age, of course, but circumstances also.
Wait, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
He said age, of course. He spoke of tragic circumstances
Yes.
in regards to his passing, but in the sense of age, most definitely, but also in circumstances.
Yes.
And funny, he also states he knew he was going to pass on. I don't think he came up and announced anything, but obviously when he got there, realized he's where he's supposed to be, so to speak. But it's not significant. It's not a big deal, so let's just leave it alone and keep going. But definitely, in case you've wondered, him and your mom together over there, as he states, along with the grandparents. Your brother does speak of a tragic passing, yes?
Yes.
As he brings up. He does show me a ballpark. That normally means it comes out of left field, understood?
Yes.
So apparently sudden or unexpected.
Yes.
Again, I don't know what your relationship was. I'm assuming, without telling me anything, that it was significant, because it certainly does reach to you as a pal as well as a brother.
Yes.
And hopes that you'll agree with him that as long as you know him and your mom are together, it doesn't cure anything, but you'll sleep a little better tonight. And again, the same thing with him. He does reach out to your dad, but is reaching out to you very singularly because, sometimes people may not think a bereaved sibling, has it as bad as the parents do, but, certainly knows that a lot of times you may kind of not know how you're supposed to feel.
Yes.
Because I had my best friend lost his brother at a young age, and, people see him, they'll say, like, how are your parents doing? And this was, his favorite brother, his best friend, and all of that. So sometimes, people, they mean well, but maybe don't get it to that degree. So your brother brings all that to my attention in regards to you.
Okay.
He did describe, without explaining anything, he did describe his passing as accidental, yes?
Yes.
Because again, it comes out of left field, and he seems to pass one moment to the next.
Yes.
Also, just wants to make sure you know he didn't suffer at the time of passing.
Okay.
In spite of how unattractive it might have looked or sounded, he definitely brings that up as well. Yeah, he does speak of it being accidental, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, as he, without explaining anything, he brings up no one's at fault, no one's to blame, understood?
Yes.
Yeah, he describes it as accidental, and then he says that. So, again, keep in mind, he's coming to you assuming you know what he's talking about. You don't have to tell me, but as long as you get it, that's all I care about.
Yes.
Also states he has come in dreams, yes?
I don't understand.
Well, he says he's visited you in dreams. If you're not sure, I got to cut him rope on this one, because you just may not remember. I mean, I dreamt last night. I can remember bits and pieces, but I certainly can't remember everything. So let me just leave it with you that he states
Okay.
he has come in dreams.
Okay.
But in the future, if you do recall, as long as they're always comforting visitations, that's genuine communication. Anything that upsets you, never pay any attention to it. You know, you can certainly have anxiety over it as well.
Okay.
Also, he did speak of injury to the head, yes?
Yes.
Because it felt like I got tapped on the head here, and obviously then he spoke of injury to the head, so apparently injury to the head, and then he snapped his fingers at me, which would mean, you know, one moment to the next.
Okay. Okay.
So, but they do, because your brother certainly does embrace with love along with your mom, and, you know, that they are all right and a happy place. You know, brother especially hopes they'll take some of the bite off, that as long as, you know, the two of them are together and that they're all right. But with that, they pull back along with the other people, and with that, they sign off, and there they go.